When it comes to making a man actually fall in love with you, it is not based solely on attraction, but
Do you want to know how to make a man fall in love with you? Oh, this video is going to get me canceled.
I don't think you understand how simple it is to make a man fall for you. And it's not about how pretty you are.
All right. I don't think most people really understand how easy and simply men can fall in love with something as simple as...
If you want to capture a man's mind so that he is totally obsessed with you, I want you to consider the power of...
This is how you make a man fall for you without losing your sanity or your dignity.
How to make a man fall in love with you. That is what we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello guys, welcome back. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time and wherever you are watching this video from. So guys, men are out here pouring out some information for us, letting us know what we ladies will do that will make them to fall in love. So guys, if you are seeking for information on what to do that will make that man obsessed with you, that will make that man to fall deeply in love with you, this video is for you. Without talking too much guys, let's dive in.
Do you want to know how to make a man fall in love with you? Oh, this video is going to get me canceled. 100%. I've debated a long time if I should say this publicly or not, but fuck it. Listen, men fall in love with femininity. Women will usually prioritize the man who can make her feel safe, who can make her feel protected. And I get it. There's an epidemic of men nowadays who just cannot live up to be that guy. But that's for another video. Men, on the other hand, fall in love with sweetness, with femininity. A man will fall in love with the woman who can make him feel like he is her knight in shining armor. We have this innate desire to want to be your protector, to take care of you, to be your savior. But the issue I keep seeing all the time is that women are trying to outman the man. And I get it. We have a generation of men who simply can't step up. And you also want to show how strong and independent you are, which I love that. But when it comes to romance, the man to woman dynamic, let go a little bit. Let him fully dive into his masculinity. Let him take care of things for you, even if you can do them perfectly on your own. I fell absolutely in love with the woman who used to touch my arm and say, I feel so safe and protected when I'm with you, who was sweet and caring and feminine, but also knew how to keep a boundary.
I don't think you understand how simple it is to make a man fall for you. And it's not about how pretty you are. It's not about what you wear. It's about how you make him feel. And part of that, the tricky part to that is making him feel like you are the prize, you are the catch, and you are, okay? Which means you can't be so available, which means you have to have respect for yourself, which means you cannot beg him for validation or try and prove to him your worth. You gotta remember, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you believe you deserve. And if you want to be magnetic, you're not going to perform for love. You're going to be confident in yourself. You're going to demand respect and you're going to have your boundaries. And you're going to be you. And these things, it's going to drive him crazy. He's going to see this and he's going to want it. He's going to realize that your time is valuable, that you are valuable, and he's going to pursue you naturally. And if you want him to claim you, you want him to chase you, you have to give him that space to do so.
If you want to capture a man's mind so that he is totally obsessed with you, I want you to consider the power of your feminine energy and what is it that men love about that energy. One thing that we love about feminine energy as men is that when you're experiencing the communication, the aura, the presence of a feminine woman, she makes your muscles relax when you're in tension. Being around her is like bliss and paradise. So if you do want to give that experience to your man that makes him want to be fully devoted to you, you have to actually ask yourself, what is my communication creating in him? And of course, it has to be reciprocal because he has to create that space that makes you feel safe and so on. And if you are getting that from him, make sure to intentionally do this. Ask yourself, hey, is my communication, my approach with things and my tone and so on, is it creating more harmony and relaxation in him, or is it creating the opposite? I couldn't imagine that if any sane, healthy, masculine man was receiving this from his woman, he wouldn't go the world and beyond to make you happy. And if you do want to learn how to use your feminine energy more when dating, then get the book, Attract Your Masculine King, a feminine energy guide to getting the right man for you.
There are 5 stages that men go through when they fall in love with a woman. So let me explain. Stage 1 is the attraction phase. This is when a man is drawn to a woman because of how it is that she looks. But that is not what has a man fall in love with a woman. Stage 2 is the alignment stage. So this is when a man is looking beyond your looks and looking at your values, your communication style, your emotional maturity, your vision. He's looking for compatibility. Are we in alignment here? Now, a man who is commitment minded, if there isn't, quick keyword, if there isn't alignment, he is not going to go to stage 3. He's going to stop pursuing you. A man who isn't commitment minded, he will still pursue you, and that's where a lot of confusion and challenges can happen in the dating world. Stage 3 is infatuation. So infatuation is when physical attraction gets combined with imagination. So this is when he starts to ask himself, what would life be like with her? And he's using his imagination. He's starting to picture doing life with you. Now, this is when he starts to feel chemistry, he gets excited, and then stage 4 happens. Stage 4 is the safety stage. So this is the stage that men usually don't have the language for, but men feel it in their body. This is when he starts to ask himself questions like, can I be myself with her fully? Will she still be here if I quote unquote fail? If I lose everything, will I still matter to her? Does she love me for who I am or what I can provide? Can I trust her enough to show the parts of me, the aspects of me that I have never showed anyone before? And if I open my heart, will she hold it with love or will she use it against me? Stage 5 is the commitment stage. So this is where he will commit, but not because of love. This is what most women misunderstand about men. Men do not commit purely just because of love. He commits because, 1, there is love, that's part of it. He commits because there's attraction, there's alignment, there's safety, and he feels like he can provide with you, provide for you, and he feels like he can win with you. Men wants to be a woman's hero. I know it sounds egotistical, but men wants to be a woman's hero, but he won't commit if he feels like he can't be your hero. If whatever he does, he feels like it gets shut down, it's criticized, it's compared. You respond with contempt. He's compared to. A man will not commit if he doesn't go through these stages and he feels like he can't win with you. Women go through the exact same 5 stages, but the nuance of stage 4 is different. So hopefully this helps.
I cannot tell you how much guys love when girls do this. You have to understand that us as guys feel the best when our egos are insanely inflated. And I know what you're gonna say, ego's bad, blah, 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 but just hear me out. If you right now are trying to make a guy feel special and to feel supported and loved, whether you're in a relationship or maybe you're just seeing a guy looking to maybe date him down the road, the easiest way to do this is by giving him just the most unnecessary tasks in the world. And I'm talking like super simple tasks. For example, if you were to send him a text right now with a few different photos of outfits that you're considering on wearing, and just ask him which one he thinks is the best one, that would absolutely make his day. Another example of this is maybe you're looking to hang out with that guy later tonight. So you would text him tonight and say, hey, listen, I've had a long day. I'd really appreciate if you threw on a cup of tea for me and just had it ready by the time I came over. These are all insanely simple tasks to do. But us as guys, we love it. We love feeling like we're supporting our loved ones. We love feeling like we are giving to them and providing for them. I mean, it just strokes our ego. I don't know what it is. It's like a guy thing. And the best part is once you give him more tasks to do, he's just going to feel like he's going on these little side quests and side missions, and he's doing it for you. It's going to be amazing. Now, the most important part about this entire thing is you need to make sure that when he does complete these little missions that you're giving him, that you are just so grateful, thank him a bunch, give him a big hug, and just make him feel loved. I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer for you girls. And just watch your guy just flourish into like the guy of your dreams, honestly.
All right. I don't think most people really understand how easy and simply men can fall in love with something as simple as certain text messages that you can send him. So use these texts to your advantage however you want, but I promise you if you send these, he's gonna fall in love with you. Let me know when you get home, drive safe, and use that emoji. Okay, so you want updates on my whereabouts and you're fearing for my safety on public roads. You're my guardian angel. You're actually really funny. Oh, sweet baby angel. Emerald cut? Okay, this one might be my favorite. Text me when you land. You're tracking my aviation safety. That's government level concern, and you are my wife, and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. I'm bringing you some food, or I saved you some. So you're saying you thought of me in advance. And this is the male equivalent of flowers. If you bring a man food, forget it, he's yours. This one could be the holy grail. Good luck today. I'm building you a home with my bare hands, and I love you. Use these to your advantage. Happy holidays.
Men don't actually fall in love with women through physical intimacy alone. As a matter of fact, that's a lot lower on the list for us men when it comes to the ways in which we fall in love with a woman. Now, yes, physical intimacy can help a man fall in love, but because of testosterone, it can suppress the release of oxytocin that comes with physical intimacy. On the other hand, women typically feel that release a whole lot more, the oxytocin hormone. So for us men, we fall in love through testosterone, dopamine, and vasopressin. Dopamine comes when you just walk into the room and we think you're beautiful. It's very simple. Testosterone comes from the pursuit. We can see that you have high standards, so we know, okay, this woman is going to require effort out of me in an actual pursuit. So I am up for the challenge. That's testosterone. And lastly, vasopressin, probably the most important one that kind of differentiates us from the women, and that is the protective instinct. How do you induce vasopressin from a man that you like? It comes down to him getting to know you on a deeper level. Your ins, your outs, your friends, your family, and that's going to create this protective instinct over you that he can't control. That's the hormone of vasopressin. So yeah, men have a different love language than women on a hormonal level. Don't get me wrong, physical intimacy can help, but there are a lot of differences too.
You want your guy to take it seriously?
Stress him out. Stress him the fuck out. If you are under the dating age range 45 below, men are still mature, and the only way to get your man to fucking fall in love with you is through fucking stress. We are built for difficulty. We are built for adversity. We are built for the conquest. If you make it too easy, if you are too good to us, it is sad, but it is the truth. Is it toxic? Yes. But is it true? Also. You cannot be too good to us. It's sad. It is the fucking truth. The only thing that you will become guilty of with us is one, becoming too familiar, and two, being too good to us. Now, that's not being said, some of you are batshit crazy and awful human beings, vicious, but some of you are actually very good, and it's sad that it has to be this way, but it's the way that we're built. And if you're too good to us and you don't stress us out, we don't give a fuck about you.
When it comes to making a man actually fall in love with you, it is not based solely on attraction, but actually confidence within yourself. I would say this is the centerpiece on what attracts a man. Like if you can be assured of yourself and not care what people think, or you can express yourself clearly, not even over explain yourself, that is way more attractive than someone trying to people please. And I would say also one important thing is access. And I'm not saying like play games, right? But just don't be available 24/7 and give them your full entire access. Show that you're a busy person. Show that you got a life, right? The moment that a man starts feeling like he has unlimited access to you as a person is the moment that attraction, the moment the feelings start becoming a little bit weary, they're going to start going away because he's like, oh, okay, well, I can get her, and the chase has already ended.
Know what makes a man fall in love with you, and I mean chase you, think about you, and delete all those other girls from his phone. And now, fair warning, you might hate what I have to say here, because it's not what every other person's going to tell you, but it will save you a lot of time. You need to understand what makes a guy fall in love in the first place. Is he going to fall in love with you because of how pretty you are? Well, you are pretty, but no. Is he going to fall in love with you because of how much work you put into the relationship? Still, no. The way he falls in love with you, and this is going to be counterintuitive, is how much you respect his boundaries. How much, when he puts up a boundary, do you push back against it? Fine to push back, but do you cross his boundaries? I already hear my lovely ladies complain and say, whoa, why do I got to follow his boundaries? Well, he should be following you. It's a two-way road. But just know, the path to a man's heart is when you follow his lead.
If you really want to get a man to fall in love with you, you have to understand that he falls in love with the thing that he's missing that you provide. That's why you really got to listen to a man. You got to pay attention to him. You got to let him talk and do not judge him. At some point, you'll run into that one thing that you realize he doesn't get from anywhere else, or he doesn't get consistently. That's what you provide him. See, y'all try to make men fall in love like with some general shit, like sex and food and all that other stuff. Don't pay attention to that. Every man is his own person, and you need to figure out what makes him tick. You need to figure out as an individual, what is it that makes him fall every single time. One of the best questions you can ask a man is, who's taking care of you? And then you go into, what does it look like for you to be taken care of? You have to make wherever you are feel like home. And I know the next thing y'all gonna say is the only way to keep a man is to find a man that wants to be kept. I get it. But find out from him what it looks like to be kept. And if he doesn't have an answer, then leave him where he is. If you're really going after a man's heart, you just can't show up and expect him to fill in the blanks for you. You're gonna have to be attentive and intentional about it. Just the fact that you're being curious alone will make him more interested in you. Give that man a reason to be crazy about you. Chase after him.
I went over to my female best friend's house, and I'm a little bit hungry. And she tells me to go into her fridge and grab whatever I want. So I'm looking in there, and there's literally nothing in her fridge to eat. There's like some pickles, maybe like an egg or two, some milk, and that's it. And I'm like, there's nothing to eat here. So I kind of mess with her. I'm like, this is why you're single. You need to have some food for a guy. And I'm joking. And so fast forward, she starts dating this guy. And she's like, Mike, I want you to meet this guy and see what you think. So I meet him, and he's a nice guy. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then I'm like, it's time to test him. And he's been spending the night over there. And I'm like, dude, how do you feel about the fact that she like never has food in her fridge? And he goes, Mike, I love it. It's like the greatest opportunity to order food, use Grubhub, and get some amazing food and try things out. I'm like, really? So this led me to think about what was happening there. And now, a few years later, what the end result is. Well, the end result is that they're happily married. And then I thought about what this was revealing and why he fell for her. So he fell in love because of her authenticity and because she wasn't hiding who she was. She showed, I'm not the person that goes to the grocery store and fills up the fridge. And he was all about that. The wrong person would see that and go running. The right person is excited. So I want all of you to feel comfortable. Show off your idiosyncrasies. Show off the things that you think maybe are wrong with you. The right person is going to fall even more for you because maybe they're like that too, and it draws them closer to you. So he will fall in love when you are authentically yourself and show him who you are. Don't think you need to be Mrs. Perfect. That guy's going to be bored by that. Most men are going to be bored by perfect and wonder who you truly are and waiting for the shoe to fall. So just show them who you are, and you'll see the right guys will go running, or the right guys will come towards you, the wrong guys will go running.
Men fall in love when you are able to make them feel your absence, your lack, the sensation of loss. The moment you are perceived as someone rare, who isn't always present, who isn't taken for granted in his life, that's when a man realizes he wants you in his life. Because compared to all other women, you gain greater value in his eyes. And to do this, you need strategies, because just being yourself isn't enough.
So according to me, they are saying that these are the things that we ladies should do that will make them to fall madly in love with us. So although some people are reacting, they're saying that they agree, while others are saying they do not agree, especially the ladies. So let me drop some comment and hear what people have to say concerning this very topic. This first person here said, before doing all this, check if the man love you. If not, you are just wasting your time. I think the person should have said if the man likes you, because according to what they are saying here, they said this is what you have to do that will make the man fall in love with you. So it should be like that, should be the first stage. Maybe after doing all these things, according to them, he will then fall deeply in love with you. So guys, the other person here said the right guy will be obsessed with you, just being yourself, lady. So according to this person is letting us know that you don't need to do anything. Just being yourself is enough for the right guy to be in love with you. So the other person here said, number one, how you smell and your energy. Number two, self-respect and value. Number three, make them feel like they are valuable and sane. Okay, that is the last one. Then the person then said they will forever be obsessed. So this is this person's opinion. And this other person here said it would be cool if love came without game and strategy. So according to this person is letting us know that all these points, all these things this man are saying, they are just strategy. Anyway, guys, let's continue.
If you want this guy you're talking to be obsessed with you, head over heels, can't get enough of you type of obsessed, watch this video because I'm about to explain to you a concept that I learned way too late. I'm gonna explain to you what that concept is, but first I wanna warn you because everything I say, people take it out of proportion and they overdo it. And the key here for this to work is subtlety. Be subtle about it. Anything in abundance will lose its value. If you could find diamonds anywhere, they wouldn't be worth what a diamond is worth. Anything that's worthwhile is in short supply and very difficult to acquire. So how do you put this in practice? There's many ways, but the main one is just put a price tag on your time and your attention. Make him work for it a little bit. Again, don't overdo it. Don't play super hard to get, but also don't make it so easy for him. Don't be so available. If you're giving him all your time and your attention, all of it, without him having to work a little bit for it, you're essentially training him to take you for granted. Also, another way to do this is add a little mystery to you, to who you are. Don't just tell him everything about you on the first date. Let him slowly uncover parts of you, parts of who you are, and keep him hooked. If you don't believe me, just think about any show on TV. How do they keep you hooked? They slowly unravel more and more information. They tease the next episode, and then they keep you hooked, and you want to watch one episode after the other, just to find out what happens. It's that element of mystery. Same concept for human interaction. You got to slowly unravel more and more information and always keep that anticipation for the next thing. Now, if you
Here's a super easy way to make any guy obsessed with you. And for context, this is what my girlfriend did to me. Anytime she was going out with the girls, whether we were together or whether we were separate, she would present me with 2 outfits. She would say, "Hey, baby, what do you think I should wear?" I was like, wow, she really cares about my opinion. She did not care at all. What she was doing was picking out an outfit that she knew she was going to wear, then picking out a second outfit that she knew I would not select, and then present me with both of those items. Did it work? Yeah. Was I like, wow, she really cares what I think? Oh, it worked. Was it manipulative? Absolutely. Are you slick? Absolutely fucking not.
Here are 5 things that all guys love that they're not going to tell you about. And honestly, I might get in trouble for making this video because you could literally make a guy absolutely obsessed with you with these moves. And if you get this guy obsessed, I need you to use this information wisely. Because if you're like, Jax, he's texting me 17 times in a row, that's on you. I don't take any complaints on this channel. So if you want to get this guy, I'm going to break down the 5 things that make him absolutely head over heels in love with you. Now, number 1, funny enough, guys, you can kind of treat them like golden retrievers. Head and neck scratches, they literally melt for that stuff. They just love it so much. Any little bit of pampering. So number 2 is if you're doing skincare with him, he'll never ask for skincare treatment, nor will he ask for head scratches. But if you give him like the, start plucking the unibrow, start doing the skincare mask, all guys love that stuff. Number 3 is borrow his clothing. He might be like, she took my favorite sweatshirt. But trust me, he loves it. He loves the feeling of being like, she's mine. She's wearing my shirt. Yeah, she likes my smell. I don't know why he sounds like a hick, but you get the point. Number 4 is sitting next to him at a restaurant. Honestly, never sit across the table if there's an opportunity. Always cozy up to him and do that like arm grab hug. Whatever you guys do with the arm grab hug, that is money, me love. And then finally, I need you to jump into his arms. When you see him, you don't have to do this every time. Like, don't make it a cliche. But if you can, jump into his arms, because a guy likes to feel like, yeah, I'm macho. I can hold up my woman. Don't be like, oh, am I too heavy? No. That's a lack of confidence. You want to say like, oh my God, you're so strong.
The more that you make a man work for you, the more that you stress him out just enough, the more that he's going to fall for you. Why do men fall in love? What hormone is the predominant release when a man falls in love with a woman? It's not oxytocin. It's vasopressin. Women fall in love through oxytocin, but men fall in love through vasopressin. What is that hormone? It's the stress hormone. Isn't that crazy? That's how men fall in love. It's quite literally released into our bodies. And on top of that, when you do make him chase a little more, it's also going to spike his testosterone and his vasopressin. So when you're spiking those hormones, I know this sounds kind of weird and very psychological and medical, but it's true. When you stress him out just a little bit, when you make him chase just a little bit, you make him wait, you make him really work for you over the course of a month. When you might reject him at first, but he doesn't take that as a rejection. He keeps trying and then finally gets that first date with you. That is exactly how you are going to make a man fall in love with you, not by being too easy.
Okay, ladies, let me explain to you what the true secret to a man's heart is, right? It's peace. And I know a lot of people talk about this online, but they don't fully drive home, the magnitude of the situation, right? See, peace is very difficult for men to achieve and men to find. The reason for this is that the mind of a man is a very dark place, right? It's more often dark than, at peace or at rest, right? And what has happened now is that social media and all these different platforms have so much content that have convinced women to believe in the order of things that is not very accurate, right? An unnatural progression of relationships, right? See, there's a lot of women that believe that only when their needs, their physical and emotional needs are met, will they begin to start doing the things they need to do to create peace within a man's life, right? Only when they get what they need, that is when they will create peace, for a man, or that's when they will start to do things that bring peace to a man's life. But the reality of this is that men need peace to create the love they give you, right? Because men are so depleted of peace. They need peace from you, right? They need you to create a peaceful environment for them to be able to cultivate the love they give you, right? The same way bees need pollen to make honey, men need peace to make love, right? So, a lot of the times now, what you see happening is that some men are able to achieve peace on their own, right? Some men are able to find the formula to achieving peace within their own lives, right? And what happens is they have a higher expectation, right, for women when it comes to to that, right? They are more so going to look for women that can either create peace for them within their lives or maintain the peace that they've already created, right? If you are in the presence of a guy that has already found a way to establish peace within his own life, then that is a much easier situation for you to be in, because all you need to do is nurture that peace and cradle it like a baby and make sure that it's sustained, right? And then for most women, men are looking for a woman that can bring and create that peace within their lives, right? So the same way women are competing against each other for specific men, right, on the basis of their financial stability, right? Men are competing against other men for specific women on the basis of their self-awareness and ability to create and preserve peace within a man's life, right? And what you should know is that when a person is at peace, right, when a woman is at peace, that brings a man peace, right? The reason is that the nature of fights, the nature of arguments, the nature of affection, the nature of emotions, all of that, right, looks very different when you are doing it with someone who is at peace within their own lives, right? Fights look very different when you're fighting someone who is peaceful within themselves, who's dealt with their traumas and insecurities and all those things that make them have a lot of chaos within their own mind and heart, right? The fights look different, right? So that's what men are looking for. It's not that by creating peace or a peaceful environment, it means that you're not going to fight or you're not going to have arguments or anything like that. No, right? It's the nature of arguments and fights and affection. All of that is different when the person is at peace, right? And the way you can create peace within a man's life, ladies, is for you to be at peace within yourself. That's it, right? It's literally for you to be at peace within yourself, for you to have dealt with all those things, right, that would create mental noise and mental chaos, right? You've dealt with all your traumas, your insecurities. You spend enough time in introspection. You spend enough time in personal development and growth, right?
I was asked, how do men fall in love? So about 8 years ago, I polled 2,000 men to find out. And I didn't put up with their answers that were like, I want sex and I want a sandwich. That wasn't good enough. But what we did find is there was 4 things they needed to fall in love. And what they were was an acronym I came up with called NAB. N-A-A-B. So you gotta nab a guy. You're gonna nab him. And what that stands for is you need to make him feel needed. And then you need to make him feel appreciated, accepted, and then you need to have boundaries. So why needed? In today's day and age, he doesn't have a purpose because he used to be the breadwinner. Now women have money. So how are we going to make him feel needed?
Well, we're either going to ask him for advice, we're going to ask him to support us in other ways, and then we're going to thank him for it. So now he has a purpose. And then in terms of acceptance, he wants to be able to say whatever comes out of his mouth. He wants to share his emotions. He wants to be able to cry. He wants to be able to put his head in your shoulder and be the little boy and not feel weird for doing so. So that's acceptance. And then he also wants a woman that's boundaries. And it's not a woman that nags. It's a woman that states, this is what makes me happy. So he is given direction. Once again, so you're taking him back to making him feel needed so that then again he can get his appreciation. So it's NAB. All right, ladies, we'll see you next video.
If you're a girl, you need to understand that the number one way that a man stays in love with a woman is not necessarily how attracted to her he is, not necessarily how much effort she puts into the relationship. Ultimately, it all comes down to the number one love language for a man. And you may have never heard this before, but ultimately what it comes down to is respect. Respect is the number one way that a man will stay head over heels for his wife or for his girlfriend. Respect is everything for a man. When he feels disrespected, write this down, disrespect will repel him away from you quicker than anything else. You could not buy him dinner one night for literally 3 years straight. You could not buy him a Christmas gift for 3 years straight. But what's going to hurt him way worse than that is disrespect at the end of the day. If you're texting other guys, if you're hanging out with other guys one-on-one, if you don't respect him in public, you kind of bash his name down in public, whatever it is, that's the number one way that a man will fall out of love with you.
How to make a man fall madly in love with you using psychology. I warn you, when you start using these 6 strategies, he will start calling you, he will start chasing you. It gets even better. It's not just gonna be him chasing you, all the other men who will be around you, they will feel your feminine magnetism and they will be drawn to your personality, so be careful how you use it. See, if you want any guy to be obsessed with you, first of all, you have to create mystery. Why? Because guys are attracted to a challenge, they're attracted to something that they don't know and that it takes them a while to find out, to understand who you are. For example, when he asks you a question, don't give out all details right away. Make him work for it. Make him like guess. You're gonna keep him hungry to learn who you are. Second, you have to create a polar femininity. So that means being totally opposite of a masculine, you need to be very feminine. I don't care how you do it. Maybe you have a high-pitched voice, or you talk really slow, you walk really slow. Maybe it's the way you dress. Why? Because guys are attracted to feminine. 3, the effect of proximal familiarity. This means that humans, and especially men, are threatened. They're scared of something they're not familiar with. So in order for them to like you, in their brain, they have to understand that, oh, that's somebody that I saw more than one time, that I now recognize her voice. He has to see you a lot. He has to hear you a lot. And the more closer you are in an environment to him, the better. Once his brain understands and realizes that you are a familiar person, he's going to be attracted to you even more. 4, high-value woman mindset. High-value women are very attractive to men, and if you become a high-value woman, if in your mindset you become a high-value woman, he will be attracted to you. How do you become high-value? Right now, right at this moment, you have to think and you have to believe that you have unlimited opportunities with men. That it's not just one man, but there's millions of men who are interested in you. The moment you realize that, everything will change. Don't allow intimacy too soon. Let him chase you. The moment he starts chasing you and the moment he understands that you act like a high-value woman, that's the moment in his brain he will understand he needs to chase you. 5 and 6 are the most important steps, so follow me now or at the end of this video. 5, avoid creating negativity, negative associations in his brain unconsciously. That means do not discuss negative things, do not bring past bad memories from your life, do not talk badly of your ex, because that creates negativity in his mind and he starts associating all the negative things with you. 6, the principle of scarcity. This means that you are not easily and readily available. You are so on demand, you're so busy with your life that he has to chase you.
These are 4 things which make a man catch feelings fast. Number 1 is always a good sense of humor. Once we find someone physically attractive, there's nothing which is going to make a guy want to make her his girlfriend more than a shared sense of humor and good banter. Show your crazy side, don't hold back on jokes, have a couple of drinks and let your true character come out on the early dates. Number 2 is a girl who really understands us. So most people have pretty boring lives, especially work lives, and when a girl really seems to show interest in what we do and understands our outlook in life, then that's super attractive. Someone who wants to hear about our day-to-day struggles and our mini triumphs and gives a cool, balanced perspective on the situations we're going through. Instantly becomes a personality we really like because it makes us feel good about ourselves. We respect that person and we quite simply become more attached to them and the way they make us feel about ourselves. Number 3 is a woman who has her life sorted and is independent. So it's great to know somebody who has aims and goals in life, who is professional and sophisticated, and basically impresses us with her daily routine, her outlook on current affairs, politics, life, culture, whatever. If this all just comes over in conversation without being big-headed, then we know we're dealing with a boss female, and that's super attractive. And number 4, a woman who knows she's attractive but doesn't feed off male attention. So this point is relevant to every area of her lifestyle. It can be the way she holds herself on social media. It can be the way she dresses in an elegant, classy, but also sexy manner. Or it could be quite simply the reaction she gets when she walks in public. Or it could just be the fact that she walks around in public with lots of dudes checking her out, but she never looks back. She doesn't get excited. She knows she turns heads. She always has done, and that means nothing to her.
So guys, I will be leaving the comment for you guys. Do you think there's any formula to making a man love you, or you think the love should come naturally? You don't need to do too much. You don't need to follow the strategy and all these points and all this information, all these things that these men are saying that you as a lady should do, that this will make them fall deeply in love with you. Do you think when you do all these things, or have you done this before and it works for you, or you will be trying it out? Let me know at the comment section, guys. Till I come your way again next time, remain blessed, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel if you are seeing us for the first time. Bye guys. Bye.